Hey guys, hope you're all doing well, and I'd like to welcome you to a new review. I'm sorry I haven't done one in a while, but things have happened. But I'm back, and today I'll be discussing one of the best series of action films ever, which are also personal favorites of mine. It's the Indiana Jones series created by Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, and starring Harrison Ford, one of my favorite actors. The first movie in this series is a masterpiece of the adventure genre. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark from 1981. It's about an archaeologist and adventurer named Indiana Jones, who is hired by the American government to go searching for the Ark of the Covenant and find it before his rival Belloc, who has a band of Nazis at his command. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the best in the series and is probably the greatest adventure film ever made. I give it a perfect score of 10 out of 10. The second film in the series is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom from 1984. Basically, Indiana Jones miraculously escapes from a brawl in Shanghai with his young sidekick Short Round and a nightclub singer named Willie Scott. They go to India and stumble upon a desperate village who ask them to go to an ancient palace to retrieve a mystical stone in order to bring back their stolen children. While there, they come across a cult with terrible plans. The Temple of Doom isn't as good as Raiders of the Lost Ark, but it is a fantastic film nonetheless, so I give it 9 out of 10. The third movie in the series is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade from 1989. In this one, Indiana Jones hears that his father has gone missing while searching for the Holy Grail. He goes on yet another adventure to find him, but after doing so, the rescue becomes a race in finding the Holy Grail before the Nazis do. The Last Crusade is a better movie than Temple of Doom, and while it's not as good as Raiders of the Lost Ark, it's pretty damn close. In fact, at one point it was my favorite, but it isn't anymore. I'd have to give this movie a 10 out of 10 as well. And now we're up to the latest installment of the series, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull from 2008. Basically, a much older Indiana Jones becomes entangled in a plot to uncover the mystery of the Crystal Skulls, as well as fight agents of the Soviet Union to do so. Undeniably the black sheep of the series, Crystal Skull is not as good as the first three. The things that annoyed me the most about it were the overuse of CGI, Shia LaBeouf, and the alien subplot. It's understandable for fans to not like this one, but I think it's really enjoyable, and it was really good to see Indiana Jones back in action. While it is the weakest, I'd give it a fair 8 out of 10 rating. Harrison Ford is terrific as Indiana Jones, and it was also the role he was born to play. He was incredible in the Star Wars trilogy as Han Solo, but this was his greatest performance. Indiana Jones is one of the most recognizable action heroes of the 1980s, and his image is unforgettable. His hat, his bullwhip, or even just his shadow instantly says Indiana Jones in almost everyone's mind.
Indy, why does the floor move?
Give me your torch. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Asps. Very dangerous. You go first.
What I really love about these movies is the very idea of them. An adventurous archaeologist going on adventures to uncover artifacts of religious and historical significance, that's a brilliant idea. The movies also have some of the greatest action scenes ever.
Well, I thought it would take him a lot longer to figure out the radio was dead. Come on, Dan. Move! Come on, Dad, come on! 11 o'clock! Dad, 11 o'clock!
What happens at 11 o'clock?
12, 11, 10, 11 o'clock, fire!
I've made it clear that I love the Indiana Jones series, the first three especially. You got lovable characters, great action, one memorable scene after another, top-notch acting, and what it all boils down to is the greatest series of adventure films that I've ever seen, among Spielberg's finest. I strongly recommend this series if you haven't seen it before. My overall rating is an easy 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching the review, guys. See you later.